What's good, YouTube? Welcome back to our YouTube channel. Today I got a quick video for you guys. Wanted to talk about Max Abmas and have no real particular reason why I want to talk about Max other than I was thinking of video ideas, thinking of some of the more underrated players I've seen in college basketball this year, and thought of Max. And despite him being maybe the breakout star in the NCAA tournament, I decided to come back for his junior year at Oral Roberts and has continued to have a great season with them. And I just think it's flying a little bit under the radar. He's been putting up big numbers, putting on just great displays every night that he's playing. And like I said, want to talk about him, talk about the season he's having, and then touch a little bit on his draft potential or where that may fall down the line. And so I wanted to give my thoughts on Max. Shout out to Max. And before I get into the video, just wanted to say, make sure you leave your thoughts in the comment section below. Let me know what you think of Max, his game, his NBA potential, all that. Leave that down in the comment section below. And with that being said, let's get into the video. So, like I said in the intro, I think Max is still one of the more underrated players in college basketball. Despite having a great season and leading the NCAA in scoring last year, and was clearly one of, if maybe not the biggest breakout player in the NCAA tournament, led Oral Roberts to an upset win over Ohio State, won in the next round, and then barely lost to Arkansas in the Sweet 16. Came down to a final shot. I think Max shot it. I think it went in and out, if I remember right, and so had a very good chance of advancing to the Elite Eight, which is just unheard of from a team out of the Summit League. Max then decided to test the draft waters. He went to the NBA Combine. Didn't play, I think, as well as he would want. Decided to come back to Oral Roberts for his junior year, which I think is really respectable, just in the fact that he could have transferred to almost anywhere he wanted in the nation. Decided to stick with the team that gave him a chance out of high school. So I think that's really respectable. I really appreciate that as someone who watches Summit League basketball, a team that I cheer for, plays in the Summit League. And so I've been able to watch him now for a couple years. Got to see his game kind of develop to the point where it's at now. And it's fun to see, despite him torching your team. It's fun to see him put up these numbers and kind of put the Summit League on the map in a sense. So this year, Max's numbers are down just a little bit from the year before. He's scoring just a touch less than he was last year. Last year, he's about 25 points a game. This year, he's around 23. His shooting percentages have dipped a little bit. He's shooting about 44% from the field and about 42% from three. But he's taking some tough looks. And with the loss of Kevin O'Banner from last year's team, who was a high-profile player and is playing at Texas Tech this year, it's been really just the Max show. Our defenses have been really able to key in on just Max. He's got a good team around him. They're 11-6 this year, but Kevin O'Banner was a Power 5 type player, and the pick and roll with those two was a really deadly combo. As you know, Max has obviously the ability to shoot the ball out to 30 feet, and Kevin O'Banner was a player who could pick and pop, and he was a very capable big man at shooting the three ball. And he was also able to roll, and he was one of the more athletic big men in the Summit League and was a threat on that roll at all times. And so with the loss of Kevin, it's put a little more pressure on Max. And like I said, his percentages aren't quite what they were last year, and he's just down just a touch, across the board. But that's, I think, more due to defenses being able to just key on him and focus a lot more on him than maybe they were able to last year. And so I think as we move into Summit League play and we get deeper into the season, I think we could start to see those percentages rise a bit, and I think his scoring will go up, and he'll be competing again for being the nation's leading scorer. With being third right now, he doesn't have a long way to go, but like I said, I think as we get into Summit League play and he figures out these defenses, and maybe the team relies on him a little more and he gets used just not having Kevin O'Banner there, I think those percentages should rise. And Oral Roberts is one of the best teams in the Summit. They should be finished for sure in the top 3 in the Summit, and it will be all about competing in the Summit League tourney and hopefully winning that and getting another shot at the NCAA tournament and another chance for Max to perform on the big stage in March Madness. Now, as far as his future and the NBA or pro basketball is concerned, I think that's going to be interesting for him. I've seen mock drafts that have him on the edge of being a first-round draft pick, but I think ultimately it's going to come down to how he finishes this season and how he performs at the draft combine again. I know last year, after the NCAA tournament, he was projected to be kind of in this second-round range-ish, and he didn't perform as well as he probably wanted to at the draft combine, and decided to come back for his junior year and try and improve that stock. And so I think, like I said, his stock is going to be dependent on mainly that draft combine and how he plays against better teams, unless he gets into the NCAA tournament and has another insane run. If he's able to do that, then I think he'll for sure probably declare. But if he doesn't, again, play as well as he wants at the combine, it could be a situation where he's possibly coming back for his senior year at Oral Roberts, or he decides it's best for him to transfer to a high major team, play in a bigger conference, and demonstrate that he can consistently play at a high level against high level competition. And so I think the big thing for him is just continue to play well down the stretch here, hopefully make the NCAA tournament and put on a show there. If they're not able to do that, then I think, like I said, it's going to come down to the draft combine and how he performs there. Offensively, Max gives you everything you want out of a player in today's NBA. He's able to shoot the ball at a very high level. He's able to space the floor out to 30 feet, and he can hit shots, whether it's catch and shoot or off the dribble. He's a great pick and roll player, as he demonstrated, especially when you give him a big man that's capable of picking and popping. It puts a lot of pressure on the defense with both players being able to shoot. And so with him able to stretch the defense out to 30 feet, like I said, just a lot of pressure on the defense, and he fits today's NBA really well. He's still developing as probably a true point guard in a sense, but his assists are up just a tick this year while maintaining the same turnovers per game that he had before. And so that's good news as he continues to develop as a point guard. Obviously, the big question mark with Max is the defensive side of the ball and just his size. He's listed at 6'1", $165. I think that's pretty generous on both things for him. I don't know if he's probably 6'1". I doubt it. And 165, that's probably pushing it as well. And I think the big thing, obviously, with the size is defensively how he's going to hold up. It's going to be really tough for him to stay on the floor defensively just with those attributes. And so that's the big question mark with Max, but it is what it is. I think that Max is a talented player. Love watching him play. Love that I've been able to see him grow here over the last few seasons in the Summer League. I look forward to watching him more this year, and I hope that he can be a first-round draft pick if that's what he wants. And so those are my thoughts on Max. Leave your thoughts down in the comment section below. Let me know what you think of him, his game, all that. Leave those thoughts in the comment section. Make sure to hit the like and subscribe button, and I'll talk to you guys later.